Here we are in 1701, and the map looks a little bit more consolidated. You might be wondering why we didn't go any further than 1701. Well, my computer decided that this is as far as we get to go, just because it keeps crashing if we go a couple months past this date. I'm not sure if it's just because of the early build that I have access to, or something else is occurring, but maybe when we have a full game access, we'll be able to have from 1337 to all the way to 1836. But for now, as we can see in Europe, it looks like Portugal and the Crown of Castile have kind of consolidated most of Iberia, with France and the papacy and Aragon still in power a little bit. It's interesting to see that Spain never got formed. I wonder if the Iberian wedding doesn't take place or takes too long to take place, so Castile just gets impatient and starts conquering Aragon instead of waiting for that easy Diplo annexation. As for England, they have consolidated most of the Isles except for Ireland. It seems to be that Ireland has stayed independent somehow. I'm not sure if it's just luck, or if they just are able to have a good enough allies to prevent them from the English from forming. But they are the Commonwealth of Great Britain, so they did form Great Britain, even though they have a weird flag. I don't understand what's going on there. Kingdom of Poland has been formed. They've decided to forego conquering Prussia and go into Scandinavia. Good choices there. Same with Lithuania being big. Commonwealth not being formed is interesting. Not sure what's up with that. Ottomans, very surprisingly, don't own a lot of the lands that you would expect them to. I'm just not sure if the AI is conquering as well as it should. They're still considered a duchy, which is interesting. It seems like they're just short on prestige. Everything else they probably have. They're making gold in a decent amount, so that's good. And they have a huge populace, so they should probably be able to do that. Yeah, just in general, the fact that the Ottomans aren't coming down and taking all these lands, it looks like the papacy has decided, you know what, we're taking Jerusalem. We're the ones in charge of Jerusalem now. The Castilians are one of the few who know. What about Portugal? Same. Portugal is also kind of knows things. What about the English or the British? No. So the Castilians are the only ones who seem to know. They still don't know about China and all that in the east, but they know most of all that's happening here. Even their own viceroy? Yeah, it seems like their own viceroy doesn't share all the information with them. Novgorod and Muscovy are still squabbling over the territory they started with, didn't go all the way and form Russia. As for the Japanese situation, it seems like the Sengoku Jidai is still kind of going on. Yeah, I don't know why it hasn't ended exactly. Maybe because there's just like a couple random people who are still left fighting it. I feel like the most consolidated is the Sultanate of Somalia. They did a good job of just conquering all their region. Looks like the colonizers are still working their magic on the New World. The fact that Mexico has not been subjugated is interesting to me. Not even the Mayans. Categories real quick and see who has the most population. My guess is the Yuan was supposed to have the most, but it looks like the Delhi Sultanate has about 37 million. I guess we could also just look at this, at the categories, much better to see populace-wise. Yeah, 37 million, and then Japan with 22 million. And then Kingdom of France with 15 million. It's the most European one. Interesting. Not a lot of empires. I would be surprised. It seems like the AI is not able to accumulate enough prestige to get to that point. Faith, I would imagine, Lutheran, not Protestant. Maybe that's the new Protestant in the game. I don't know. Looks like for the most part, a lot of people converted, even France itself. The religious war probably just got done with. But yeah, let's go back to this and see who is actually ranked number one when it comes to great powers. It seems like Yuan is still somehow kicking. I don't understand how that's possible, but they are. The Majori Bardi Doab has become the biggest winner thus far. After that, it's Yuan and then Japan, and then this random country here in also India. So yes, it's not until the Kingdom of Bohemia. How is the HRE doing? Let's check in on the organization that is may or may not exist, called the HRE. Seems like they're doing fine. Imperial law stuff, they've passed some. They're much reduced in members. They have 73 instead of their like hundreds that they start with. So it looks like that has consolidated a little bit, but not too crazy. Overall, it probably would have been good to get it all the way to 1800 because we pretty much lost out on 136 years. I don't think that much more would have changed, but the Age of Absolution is probably a good age for conquest. The fact that Novgorod didn't really expand or colonize any of this free territory, or even like any of the people, like the Yuan or anybody who was in this area, just didn't seem fit to expand. Even though, like, how much is Novgorod making? Probably not as much as they were, but yeah, 1,000 gold, and you're saying to me it's nigh impossible to go and get a colony started right here? Yeah, I don't think so. That seems unrealistic. Maybe it's just not a priority for them yet. But yeah, good first impression of the game to understand what's going on. I think with the full release, we'll have a better idea. Hopefully this gave you an idea of, hopefully this gives you some insight into what's going on with EU4, EU5, I guess. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a good rest of your day. Ciao.